All right, guys, we're back.
We're back.
Only the
Sorry,
true Van
guys.
Famers will be here. I know that.
We appreciate you guys sticking by us.
If you're here now,
Laura, I beat David.
I know you're a true Van Famer.
I love that.
So we totally lost massive power. Usually the system that I run this live stream on picks us back up. I don't know why it didn't. Maybe because I switched internets. I can't guarantee you guys that that's not going to happen again. As someone said, we're in Mexico. So we made it back. Crazy.
Thank you for joining us on this new one.
Yeah. Everybody in town is having power. It's not just a us thing. It's the entire city of. It's not even a city. It's the entire village. I might call it a village at this point.
It is, and actually, the first year that we were down here, it happened kind of a lot. Like every maybe 2 weeks or something like that, there would be a bit where it would be out. I know because I used to work and had to be like online certain hours, and it was not ideal. But anyway, it seems to have gotten better, and this is the first time it's happened this year that we've noticed anyways.
Yeah, it's been great, other than the entire town losing power today. But guys, I can't guarantee that's not going to happen again, so just a heads up.
Steph is here. Slap that like button again, says Laura.
Slap it.
Thanks, guys. Sorry
Lori's
about that.
back.
Hi, Lori.
GMW's here. Okay. We'll give people a chance to repopulate. And we'll see what's going on.
A lot of people loved our Walmart video. I thought I could not stop laughing that day. We had all sorts of funny things going on.
It was just a kind of a fun time.
And to touch on it again, I just want to say thank you, everybody, so much for your cereal recommendations for Maya, but we have decided to wait just a few months.
I'm all for the cereal. I would feed her it tonight if we could.
I just hear there can be issues with kidney. It can be not good for their digestive system and a number of their organs, so it's best to wait. If she were 4 months, she's almost 4 months, but I'm not ready.
So
look at her go.
Let's get Moon Cam back going here and see if we can't get ourselves a little moon action. Hey, girly.
Hi, Moon.
Everyone can't believe how big you are.
I'm pretty.
Are you teething, Moon? People think Moon's teething.
Say hi, Moony. Say hi, Van Fam.
Guys, this is a Moon in 4K. Look, she's reaching out for the Van Fam. She just reached out for you. Now she's a little embarrassed. She's being shy. Are you hiding, man?
Hi. 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 Yeah. Who's this cute Moony?
Oh, guys, we're back. We're back. Against all odds, we are doing Sunday Night Live Part 2. I've never had to end the stream, but we come back to you guys. And I know David Strausser.
It's a first.
Silly little David Strausser was already asking, does that mean we get to go past 7? We'll see, David.
It's like asking if our bedtime can be, delayed.
DeQuinto is on your side.
Thank you.
Brenda says, I like Dan with the jumper at Walmart. Clueless. I thought that was so funny. I thought I was onto one there.
How are you supposed to know what all these different things are called? And then I was messaging with Kate. You guys know Kate Love Life. She has Theo, who's about a month or so older than Maya, and she was like, and this is a jumper, and this is a bouncer, and then we were like, no, wait, this is a bouncer. What's the difference? I don't know. Not a whole lot. You can call it whatever you want.
DeQuinto said, I definitely left my DNA on the like button.
I love that.
That's hilarious. That's a new way. That's what we should start saying now. I'm sick of saying smash the like button because that's what it's like the thing to say. I'm going to start saying leave your DNA on the like button.
Leave your DNA on the like button.
Oh, that'll make you stand out, won't it?
So technically what she's wearing is a jumper, but it's not even the jumper we're talking about. So we didn't get her a bouncer or a jumper at the, should we show them the sunset? At Walmart. But we will get something when we get back to the States.
Bit of a sunset there for you guys. Not much. I mean, it's nice from here, but the light, there's too much light.
I think it doesn't catch on the
Although we can open this now. Guys, we love our place. We love it here.
I don't know if we told you how much we love it.
Okay, let's see here. DNA. Charlene and Jean have left DNA as well, so that's good to hear. We're back. We lost our connection for 15 minutes. No, that was us. That was not on your end, Charlene and Jean. That was us.
Bruce, sunblock. I put a 70 on. I don't look burnt, do I?
No.
I think maybe we look red in the video, but I wear 70. I don't even take Moon for a 20-minute walk without putting on 70. I'll have you know.
My mom said the hospital gave my sister banana flakes the day after birth. I thought that was wild.
What?
Hey, if
What
the
do you
hospital
mean, banana
did,
flakes?
I don't know. Sounds like a yummy cereal.
I don't know about that.
So we both got out on the water today. It's been like really low key around here. We've had kind of almost no wind for a few days. And so it's good to kind of give us something to do.
Which is great because we've been working on stuff, setting up stuff for what comes next.
Which is part of today's live.
It is?
Yeah, the big theme of today's live is what are we doing next? And if you guys made it to live number 2, you're definitely going to find out. Okay? We're going to share with you guys, not that it's some crazy thing, but what our plan is and what we're doing next, okay? Yeah.
We're going to tell them?
Yes.
The whole thing?
Yes.
Guys! When did you decide that?
Just right now. Crazy. No, I said it on the title of the original live.
Oh. I thought maybe.
So
somebody keeps giving us a down like. They don't get to find out what we're doing.
No, we like every like we like. I like them all.
Doris,
You're not gonna
joining us, Dora. She says I'm late, but you're not getting notifications.
Yeah. Denise is here.
Hi, Denise.
Denise, May is in your dress, by the way, that we love.
One of the gorgeous outfits you sent her.
Let's see here. So, guys, we're going to reveal to you what we're doing next because we're really excited about it. I'm personally very excited about it. I think it's, life puts things in your path and you either take the leap of faith or you kind of find a reason not to. And life puts something in our path, and we're going to take the leap of faith, and we both believe in it very much.
I believe it is the right call. I am not nervous. I have more, not reservations. Do I have more reservations about it? Well, I want to do it. It is the right decision for us. We made the decision together, but I have some things that make me nervous about.
Well, I don't know what they are.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I mean,
Well, actually, maybe the fan can help us with one of them.
yeah.
But anyway.
Okay, so basically the big reveal is, let's get a drum roll. I don't even know if I have a drum roll here. Moving to Phoenix, Arizona. So that's it. That's the big news. We're moving to Phoenix, Arizona.
We're moving. Well, Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. Big difference. Scottsdale.
I mean, I've never been to Scottsdale, but we're moving to Scottsdale.
We've got a house in Scottsdale that we're going to be sharing with Allie's brother and his family. And we're really excited because Maya is going to get the chance to spend some quality time with her cousins, her older cousins. And it's a whole new adventure for us. But the reason why is not because we think Phoenix is like the greatest place on earth. We love Phoenix during the winter. I love Phoenix. I think it's cool to go to. Living there is going to be a little bit different. But we have a opportunity to set up our future, and we are going to be opening some what's called Restore Effects locations with Allie's brother. So we're going into business with Allie's older brother, and we're really excited about it. But we're still going to be getting out of town.
We will still be taking the van out on trips and with Girly and doing some really fun stuff and taking you guys along for everything. It is the first time in 13 years that we're getting a bed and a dresser and setting up a little miniature nursery for her and doing all these things that are crazy. And it's in a place that is really warm, and I don't like the heat, so I think that's my biggest concern. But it's not forever. And you can be loser, set me free. You can be loser, set me free.
Sorry.
You cut you loose and set you free.
Cut me loose and set me free. Let's see if those are done now. I wanna. Sorry, I meant to do this. Whoops.
So, guys, when I met Dan, I actually worked for this company. You guys know that I actually also drove from London to Mongolia and back. And we were sponsored by Restore Effects. And I stopped at a number of Restore Effects locations across the globe there in Turkey and Kazakhstan and Norway and Kyrgyzstan and Moldova and Switzerland, and there was more. Those are the top ones that come off my head. And then I went and worked for them when I moved to Bellingham, and that's who I was working for when I met Dan. Yeah.
And I didn't know. I knew she worked for this automotive company, and I didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew the name was Restore Effects, but I didn't really care. At the time, I was like, whatever. Because she wasn't that into it, and I understand why. Obviously, you had a job that just wasn't really fulfilling.
It was a little difficult being a woman in an automotive industry, but it also, there was really I didn't have a lot of say in what I did, and I think I cared more about certain things, and the men I was working with didn't care as much about it. Anyway, doesn't matter. They were great, and I loved them. The people I worked with were, I have nothing bad to say about them, and it was working with my brother as well. But anyways, I decided essentially it wasn't for me.
Right. Let's give a little backstory. So the of the company, Nick, Allie's older brother, was the CEO of this company, Restore Effects, for quite a while. And he told us in like December when we talked to him around the holidays or something like that, or no, it was actually Thanksgiving. I don't know. Who cares? Not important. We talked to him and he said, I'm actually stepping down from Restore Effects. It was right after Moon's birth, actually.
Yeah.
That's when it was. Right after Moon was born.
Before.
No, right after.
Okay.
And he said, I'm actually stepping down from CEO and I'm leaving the company and I'm starting my own Restore Effects centers. He's looking to start 6. At the time he said, I'm looking to start 6 in Phoenix. And I thought to myself when we were on the phone with him that time, oh, that's a really good idea. Like, you're going to do very well doing that. That's really a smart idea. And he's kind of like me and Allie, where he doesn't want to work, even though he's CEO, you're still working for a company. He wanted to be his own boss, and he wants to build something.
It's nice to be in charge of your own destiny.
Yeah.
Well, that's not for everybody. The 3 of us, at least, are very much like that.
Yeah, I agree. So he told us that, and I just remember thinking just nonchalantly, like, wow, that's a really good idea. You're going to do very well. And I think we talked about it. Like, he's going to do really well. So fast forward, after we house sat in Yucaipa, we ended up deciding, Huck had his surgery. We ended up deciding they're in Phoenix now. Let's just go zip over there. It's a 5-hour drive. And we can introduce Maya to her cousins and their whole family and her brother, his first niece. So we drove out there, and then the day before the night before at like 9 o'clock, before we were about to leave to come down here, we just got to talk, and we're like, hey, what does it cost to start, if we wanted to start our own center somewhere? And one thing led to another, and eventually we were like, we should partner up on this because, we both can bring stuff to the table. And
yeah,
it's a lot of work what we're doing.
Dan and I actually took out a small business loan last year around this time. And to be honest, we had no idea what we were going to do with it. So we've been sitting on this loan money for a while trying to figure out what we're going to do because, YouTube and this and that, it's a bit, but it's not enough to fully support us and provide for a great future for our family. So anyway, it just kind of made sense.
Yeah. David says, I thought you both didn't want corporate jobs, or Dan was dead against working unless it was for the YouTube channel. Correct in a way. I mean, I don't ever want a corporate job. I had one, not for me, but this is not a corporate job. We're starting our own businesses. It's a very unique business model. I mean, it's kind of like a franchise, but they're not there yet. And I think we have an opportunity because it's a really unique product, and we just have an opportunity, I think, to really pave the way and actually help grow this company by being the best at being the best at what we want to do.
Yeah, and my brother, being the CEO of it for a long time, has put together and knows very well, the ins and outs of operating a center. And really that was part of my role as well, was to help these new franchise owners. It's not franchise, it's a license, but same thing. And help them start their business online and with all of the operations manuals and the, kind of the organization of it. And that was my role. So that's what we bring to the table. Dan is a salesman. Our goal, though, is, however, to all step away and really hopefully find the right crew to run these locations for us. So, that might take a while, and that's fine. But we don't want to we're not punching anyone's time clock, but we are going to be starting a business, and we know, we're not going to be living in Phoenix long term.
Yeah, it's like a 5-year thing, I think, is probably a realistic time frame.
But I don't want to be there in the summer.
Yeah, we're still going to be doing a lot of stuff. His family, it's not like...
Yeah,
we're still going to be making videos for our channel, and hopefully we're going to be making better videos because...
I have already put together a list of all the fun things that we're going to do, and it's probably going to take us a while to get through all the stuff that I want to do in the area. I think my biggest concern, and maybe you guys can help me, there has to be a solution to this, is I'm concerned about getting Huck exercise in the hot months. Sincerely. I would feel terrible if he just finishes recovering from his surgery in June. He can go out and run around again, and it's going to be
So guys,
over 100 degrees.
drop your comments in the chat about Phoenix. What do you know? Do you know anybody that's lived there? Have you lived there? Obviously, I mean, right now it's like a great place to be. Even though it's still, even in winter, I wouldn't necessarily ever want to live in Phoenix. I'd rather be like in a place like San Diego. We're more water focused people or mountain focused.
I was like so keen to live in a ski town, but you know, I mean, this is life. This is what we need to do for our family.
Exactly.
And sometimes you have to put in, you know, it'll make what we want afterwards so much sweeter.
Yeah, like guys, if we were making a lot of money on YouTube, would I be super interested in this offer? Probably not, really. You know, would I rather travel around and make videos, you know, and like, you know, people like Eamon and Beck and stuff, or even like Trent and Allie, like some of these more well-known channels that have been doing this for a while, they're probably making some, you know, especially Eamon and Beck are probably making some pretty decent money. We are making, you know, like we make like maybe $1,000 a month on like, and that's, you know, we're happy with that. We're really appreciative of being able to make that. But obviously we can't like long term live on that, you know what I mean?
We can't ever, you know, buy a house or do anything sustainable. But we will continue to try and grow our channel and get to that point, of course.
Yeah, and just share, you know, you guys are always going to be a part of Moon's Moon. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching Moon grow up and seeing, you know, the places we might travel. I mean, we already have some really cool plans that we want to do. And I saw somebody said you can leave in the summers. So it's like, yeah, his family will you know, it's like we have some plans to be able to get out in the summer, out of the heat in the summer. And I think overall it's going to be a really smart decision. And it's like, you know, I think in 10 years we'll look back and go, yeah, we made the right call.
Yeah, it's a hot area for us to do this business, and we wouldn't have, there's nothing wrong with Arizona. It's beautiful. It's incredible. It has so much to offer. It's just not our favorite climate.
Scottsdale is where the new rink for the NHL team is being built. Sweet.
Oh, look at Glory says they have indoor play parks for dogs. I was so worried about Huckleberry.
This is what I've been saying. There's 6 million people that live there. So there's obviously, and I know like some YouTubers that I've watched, like you guys might know Matt and Abby, like just some people that.
Are they from there?
They live in Phoenix, yeah.
Oh.
What
are they doing this summer?
Sherry says it's bad traffic. Guys, Sherry's down in Yuma, and we're going to cross paths with Sherry
I very much believe you. It is the 6th biggest.
It's the 6th biggest metropolis in the U.S. Last we checked. I don't know if that's true or not. But Phoenix is enormous. It's flat and just sprawling out. So we are going to, we're going to do ski vacations. I mean, your close cousin that just gave birth to twins is 7 hours away.
This is the closest I will have lived to her in 13 years.
We could sit and focus on the negatives. It's too hot in the summer. It doesn't have a lot of water sports, stuff like that. But there's really a ton of positives.
Yeah, I'm excited.
8 months out of the year, it's awesome.
I'm excited to, you know, really get to explore the desert and you know, make a little bit of a community down there. I think it'll be great to meet some other moms.
Now, did you know DeQuinto is in Yuma as well?
Really? No way. We didn't know that.
Let's see what is. I baked cookies on the dash of my car here in Yuma, Arizona. It was live on Periscope when the app was around. That's crazy. I wonder what month that was. I'm guessing like July or August.
I hear September. Like it gets bad into September.
Yeah, Bruce is talking about Eamon and Beck here. I mean, they make awesome videos. You know, it's like I wish I could make videos as good as they do. I know you guys like are really supportive and really we appreciate your positive comments, especially on the Walmart video. You know, just like seeing us have fun, and that's really what we need to do. But to be honest, what we really like doing is I like doing investigations. I would much rather be known on YouTube as like, oh, we take the time out of our schedule to go and drive or fly and do these investigations on cases that we think are interesting, like, and whether it's a criminal case or it's like something that's happening. It could be frickin' a Chinese spy balloon could fall out of the sky and I'd want to go investigate it. It's like whatever is interesting. So that's really like why it's like, okay, we'll be stationed in Phoenix, but we'll have this opportunity. Phoenix is a huge, there's a big airport there. We can fly to different places, do whatever. We can drive to a lot of places. The Pacific Northwest is up in the corner. We don't, guys, I gotta cut to moon cam right now. Stop the presses. Look at this. She looks away. She's so camera. Oh, there you are.
Hi. Are you giving smiles to the Van Fam?
Are you gonna be a Phoenix girly? Are you gonna be a Phoenix girly? And you guys will get to see. Another cool thing is you guys will get to see all this stuff like while it's happening. I mean, maybe it's not like van life, but shoot, we don't even do van life now. Look at us. We're living in a crappy concrete jungle, guys, with half power half the day.
I know. I am determined. We are still going to get out on
did you hear this?
Of adventures.
Eamon and Beck are moving to Baja, Mexico.
I had a feeling.
They're moving to Cerritos, I bet.
They've been in Cerritos. They came up on something and I meant to read it or watch it. Are they posted? I don't know what something or another. But houses and property down here is pretty affordable, so that doesn't surprise me.
Patsy says, well, you probably need to do work to establish a good future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to
It's not even like we're doing like, to me, doing work is like, okay, I went and got a job and I have to show up there at, these certain hours. This is building something, which is what I like to do.
Yeah.
And we want to build on YouTube. We want to build in Phoenix. We want to build like Airbnb portfolio. We want to build our own brand of like natural deodorant or
I'm actually quite excited. In the house, I'm going to start working on making our own soaps and detergents and things that we put on our body. And, I am looking forward to having this space and capacity to do that. So come up with recipes and stuff to put those together.
We got to... looks like DeQuinto and Sherry are chatting about Yuma. That's really cool. We're definitely going to be through Yuma, so we'll have to get together for a lunch or something. That'd be fun.
Well, I think once we're there, we should do a meetup because I know
there
are
Phoenix
plenty
meetup.
of people in Arizona.
Sherry's close by in Nevada. Obviously, Sherry is in... we have a lot of Sherrys. We have Yuma, we have Nevada, we have... So yeah, that's something we want to plan. Let's see what Lori says. My sister is in Phoenix, so I might get a chance to see you when I visit her.
Yeah, see, we'll have to do I know there are more than just the people we listed here in Arizona. I just can't remember everybody. I'd have to go through.
Now, Linda's saying August was bad last year. Lots of sandstorms. I got allergies bad. Went into infection. Uh-oh.
Oh, from it being so dusty? I think I've heard my friend of mine lived in Dubai and it was just so hot all the time in the summer and he had the same issues.
Chris Johnson says, you guys will do great. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. I'm thinking I'm going to put Girly in her jammies and put her down.
6:57. It's getting close.
She's getting so tired. Oh, circle burps. I missed that. Okay, well, I'll look up circle burps. Nevada is the dog, Dan. I'm in Kingman.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that, too,
Kingman.
And I was like,
right. You're close by. All I was saying was you're close by. Sherry. Nevada is the dog. Nevada pup. Kingman, right. 3,500
feet. Oh, my gosh.
feet.
Wait, Sherry just found out she knew the same people as Dee, I think.
DeQuinto and Sherry are having a moment. That's awesome.
Deborah's here.
Sherry says, good night, Moon. Deborah's here and says, thank you for the stickers. Enjoy your videos. You're very welcome.
Thank you, Deborah.
All summer. Oh, my gosh. That's the thing, like the South. All summer sweat is dripping off our faces. So, at least in Arizona, it gets super hot, but it's dry. It's always dry.
We have a pool at our house, so Mooney's going to learn to swim, aren't you, girly?
We have a pool.
Are you going to learn to swim, girlfriend? You guys, she's so huge. I can't even believe it.
She's enormous. She was sleeping on the bed today during a nap, and I just looked at her, and I'm like, she is so long and just, she's so pretty. She's
such a big girly. You say hi. Say hi.
Here, let's get a moon shot real quick on Moon Cam.
And her gorgeous little jean jumper.
Guys, this jean jumper is from Denise, by the way. Thank you, Denise.
So cute.
Oh, you getting a little
so cute,
sleepy, precious girl. Oh, another Sunday Night Live where Moon has to say good night. She's being so much less fussy these days during her wake periods. It's really awesome. She just likes to hang out with us now. I feel that's a big difference, don't you?
Oh, man. Last week, and then at the end of the week, it was like, whew, somebody help us. And this week has been a complete 180.
She'll just kind of hang out. It's awesome. Okay, I'm going to jump into chat, but first I want to say hi to Charlene and Jean's comment. Your new life plans ahead will bring you much life adventures, and we look forward to seeing all that this move and location and how you will make your life as a family. Thank you very much, Charlene and Jean. As usual, that means a lot to us to hear your positive thoughts. Holly says, that sounds like an awesome opportunity for y'all. It will be nice to have family around Moon while she's little. Yeah, it's going to be really, it's going to be really exciting. I think it's going to be really fun to have Moon around her cousins as she kind of, grows up and grows into her body and her life. Yeah, we have a pool, so we've rented a house in Scottsdale with Allie's brother and his family. 4 bedrooms. We've got one of the bedrooms. I think eventually we'll probably need our own place, but for starting out, this is our great option, this is our best option, and we're excited about it. So that's the plan. So while Allie's doing Moon's diaper, which I'll show you our changing table right over there, I will tell you guys we are going to be in Mexico for, today's the 26th, so we are leaving in 1 week, 2 weeks. We have 2.5 weeks left in this location. And then we are going to Cabo for a wedding. And after that, we are driving to Phoenix. So we wanted to plug you guys into what we're doing, and that's basically the plan.
Oh, and say we've met 3 different couples down here that watch.
Allie says we've met 3 different couples down here in La Ventana that watch our videos. How cool is that? Linda says, I love it there. My daughter and grandkids live in Phoenix. My sister lives in Arizona City. Cool. Hood River will miss you guys, but you can always stay at Kelly's. Yeah. Our goal eventually, Bruce, and everyone, is to obviously have this be successful and then buy our first house, hopefully back in the Northwest. That's our goal. And like I said, I'd love for YouTube to. It's a tough business, as you guys probably know. You always got to be kind of, doing something, and we're always just trying to be more of ourselves. And hopefully, people like to watch us, and I know a lot of you guys do, and that means a lot to us. I know a lot of you guys really like these lives, which is awesome because we love doing the lives. But if we don't, like I say, this is just one way for our family to make this whole thing work. We have to add in more things.
I mean, I want to own a venue one day and build little places on it and all sorts of things, but
we've got big plans.
This is just a vehicle to get us moving in the right direction.
Allie says, this is just a vehicle to get us moving in the direction we want to move. Guys, look who's just joined me. It's my terrier. It's little Ann Farrier. And apparently she's been playing around outside because she has some sap on her head. Ann Farrier, can you explain this? Guys, I do have to say, Ann Farrier checked in on the scale the other night at 22 pounds, 7 ounces. So, actually it was more like 22 pounds. She's about 22 pounds, which is the biggest she's ever been. So it might be time for an Ann Farrier diet because, that's a little bit much for a terrier. Can you say hi to the Van Fam? Can you say hi to the Van Fam? So, that's the big news, guys. Susie's here. We had a wonderful comment from Susie earlier, and she dropped a super chat right now. $9.99 super sticker, pair character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Thank you, Susie. Good to see you in the chat. Bruce says you can always learn to golf. I actually love golf, Bruce. I got my clubs down there now because we had some stuff brought down. Whoa. I am not upset about golfing. I love playing golf. So how great would it be if I could get Allie to join me on the course? Talk about a fun episode. In fact, I know if I say we are going to make it an episode, then she'll come out and play 9 holes with me. So look forward to that one. That's going to be hilarious. Watching Allie chunk away at the course. Sherry says, take Huck to the mall. A lot of people go walking in the malls. Will do. That's a great idea. Hello, Ann Farrier from Charlene and Jean. We love you. Ann Farrier, do you hear that? The Van Fam's showing you some love. Nicole says, I'm very happy for you guys. It sounds like an awesome opportunity. We will be here cheering you on and always supporting you guys.
Thank you, guys. It's a wild decision.
Here, babe, why don't I do that and you take this? I'm trying to get Allie to take over while I go put Moon down or help put Moon down. Ooh, pickleball. Not bad, Bruce. I'm excited about pickleball, too. I've never played, but I know a lot of people love it. Sherry says, I can't hit the golf ball off the ground. I've tried. That's a lot of people. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Linda. I'm excited for you guys. We are very excited. So we actually have a lease now signed on our first location, which is going to be in Tempe. And we're going to try and start our second location in Scottsdale very soon after in a couple months. So we have some big plans, and we just hope that we can do it. When I guess kind of our big goal is to have at least 4 to 6 shops in Phoenix, and then some in Tucson. And if we can do that, then we're definitely going to be crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I would have never in a million years thought that we'd be moving there. So, who knows what a year could bring from now?
Yeah, life works in mysterious ways, guys. You know that.
Life kind of, we kind of went all over. We're like, where do we want to live? What do we want to do? I thought maybe Montana was it. Then we went to Montana. We thought, no, the Pacific Northwest feels most like home. Then we went to Arizona. And we thought, let's move here. So you never. I mean,
well, we didn't. We didn't
No, it
think
wasn't
let's
like
move to
that.
Arizona just for Arizona. We thought, I bet we're going to end up loving Arizona. That's my prediction.
For sure. There's nothing. The only thing is the heat. And I obviously am going to miss the mountains. There's mountains there, but it's not quite the same. It's just different.
Another super sticker from Charlene and Jean. A $20 super sticker. Parrot character looking at himself in the mirror saying, thanks for being you, with hearts popping out of its eyes.
That's sweet.
I feel like that's directed at Allie. That's a good one for Allie. Thanks for being you.
Oh, we like you being you too. I'm not gonna play golf, but there's some mountain biking there. Is that a thing? Play golf?
You'll play golf.
I'm not gonna play golf.
Yeah, you play around the golf. Yes, you will.
No, I won't be doing that.
We're going to make it an episode.
I'm not gonna play golf.
For an episode, you will. It'll be hilarious.
What's Moon gonna do?
We'll get a babysitter. We've got...
No, I'll play with her. You go play golf.
No.
And I'll go for a mountain bike ride.
That's exactly what we need to do. It'll be hilarious. That's what the Van Fam wants to see.
No, you guys don't want to see me play golf.
Okay, let's take a poll, guys. Who wants to see Allie golf in an episode?
No.
Let's see what people have to say.
This is a really sweet comment from David. Hopefully your dreams come true and you have no regrets.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, if we look back now, if I look back in 10 years, I feel like if we don't take this opportunity, we'll have regret.
Yeah.
And we want to buy our dream house, our dream property in the gorge somewhere.
I think, I don't know if we told you this, but my idea, I mean, this has been my goal even since before I met Dan, and I think Dan agrees a little bit, that I would like to have a couple of houses in a couple of different locations and have a van or RV that gets us in between them, and we would rent them out obviously when we're not in them, so that we can,
a lot of people are saying they want to see you play golf. Linda says, I love golfing. I'm not good, but it's relaxing to play. See?
I don't like relaxing.
Lori wants to see you play. Chris Johnson wants to see you play.
Man,
well,
guys.
DJ, a lot of people don't want to see you play. Laura says no golf.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, it would be funny to watch her.
Mountain biking, because I'll be so bad at it.
Yes. You'll be like, what the heck is this?
Huck!
Oh, let's go to Huckle's Cam. Sponsored by Charlene and Jean's super sticker. Huckles?
Huckleberry, come here.
Come here.
Come here, Huckles. Mommy has an extra treat for a Huckleberry. Come here, handsome.
His leg is getting much better, but it's still sore. Oh, fried rice for Huckles. This is the only way we can get this beautiful beast to come hang out with us.
That's not true, but
My terrier can't believe that Huck is being treated to that and she gets nothing. But we know she's obviously going to get something, even though she is. Guys, this is 22 pounds of terrier right here.
she looks so overweight. It's like it's out of control.
I was in denial about it for a long time, but now I've accepted that my terrier needs a diet.
So this is what I think happened. Dan sometimes will pour like bacon grease or whatever on the food. And there's one big bowl for Huck and a small bowl for Pigged. And I think that one time she growled at Huck for eating out of the big bowl, probably because she wanted more of the bacon grease or whatever. And so now he only eats out of the small bowl, and that's the one that's empty all the time because he'll finish his bowl, but he should be eating a bigger portion because he's a much bigger doggy. But he doesn't want Piggy to get upset at him, so
There's already a showdown happening over the fried rice right now. Pigged, stop that. Oh, my pig almost bit me because I'm trying to pull her away.
Pig!
She is pissed, guys. Hold on, I have to actually go. Pigged, you don't ever bite over food. See, Huck's down here, and he just finished the plate, and she was watching from right above him. Gosh, terriers can be feisty, guys.
Okay, next time I'll put Huck outside with you.
Okay, so that's our big announcement, and we're really excited. We've been a little nervous to tell the Van fam because, well, they're the Van fam.
Is that her?
Yeah, but I think hopefully she'll put her. We're hoping Moon learns to put herself to sleep. Let's move on to the next topic.
Yes.
Mixed reviews on the golfing. I thought it would be a hit.
The
Murdaugh.
Oh,
the
man.
Murdaugh case.
Anyway, thanks for the golfing. We'll see. I guess I will go, but that's not how I want to spend my time. I would rather spend it with my
Charlene
daughter.
Jean hit it on the head. Would be a fun one-time thing to do. Okay? That's exactly what...
I mean, I guess the concentration and everything is like, and getting good at it is whatever. But one time I did beat Dan at putt-putt.
Okay, well, come beat me at golf then if you're so confident.
No, I did, remember?
Yeah,
it's the only thing I've ever
it's a
beat
joke
him
of a
at.
sport. You've beaten me at other stuff. You win every argument we ever have. So we saw the Murdaugh. Who saw on Netflix the Murdaugh docuseries, 3-part docuseries about Alex Murdaugh basically murdering his wife and kid?
Because it was going to come out that his kid murdered that girl.
Well, his kid did murder that girl. I mean, recklessly. Penny Lane's in the house. Hola, hola. So we watched the docuseries. We're all cut up now. I didn't know as much before as I do now. So yeah.
Are we all cut up, or did I go to bed at the last one?
No, I mean he basically does a bunch of other weird stuff, and then
he claims that somebody fakes somebody. Oh, okay, and that was the end of it.
Basically, he was a raging pill addict, and he, did a bunch of crazy stuff, and he's guilty of it. He went on the stand this week in his own defense, and that's usually a little risky. I don't know how that's going to go, but what do you guys think? It was Paul's fault she died, 100%. That was the first thing, and I thought it was interesting. Like, even some of so we watched that first episode.
Forgot about this.
Yeah, and Laura says his older son murdered a boy too.
Just quietly, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, yeah, the boat thing was real. Obviously, it's tragic, but I want to raise our daughter to never get in a situation like that. I mean, she's going to know she could be on meth and call me and I'd come pick her up and I won't. I'm just saying,
For
like,
sure.
I don't ever want her
Whatever.
to be like, oh, I got to get on this guy's boat, even though he's a known alcoholic. I mean, a raging known alcoholic. And he's clearly intoxicated because they were drinking all night together. And then, I mean, it's crazy. The two of them went to a bar and they all just waited while they went to a bar. It's just crazy. And then they got on that boat. And now, the girl Mallory's dead.
Yeah,
It's
if you guys
just
haven't
so
seen
crazy.
it, I would recommend watching it. It's really, really, really insane what this family gets away with.
And then Bruce says, "Yikes, housekeeper."
Yeah.
They obviously killed her too.
Then they kill the housekeeper. She obviously didn't get tripped by the dogs.
Here's one thing: I've never been around any suspicious or like, oh, this person fell down the stairs and died. It's like when you see a family like this where there's constantly people dying and they're somehow like connected to, that's a clear sign that something's wrong, like that they're up to no good, in my opinion.
And then yeah, the son, is that her again?
Yeah, she's just kind of moaning in there.
I'll get her.
So pretty crazy. I mean, another thing with this whole the state. Oh, interesting for Molly here. Haven't watched Netflix. Only the trial. Not guilty. The state cannot prove he pulled the triggers. Yeah, I mean that you're making a good point. I mean, I don't know that they can prove that. I think they're kind of relying, obviously, on like maybe intent and circumstance. I don't know. But I mean, it's so obvious that he's guilty and he should go to jail. Who else would have killed his wife and kid? There's just no. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, Molly, and I agree with you. There's like no. But the fact that they have the video and it proves that you can hear his voice in the background, like very close to when they were killed. I mean, obviously there were 3 people there and 2 of them are dead. One of them's still alive and he's on trial. So I would be surprised. I guess I get your comment, but I would be really surprised if he was not guilty. I think Allie would agree. And then what was I thinking about just before that? Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, the housekeeper got $4 million in life insurance, stole all that money. DeQuinta says he didn't vote responsibly. No, certainly not. David says he's been stealing money, and that's another reason why so many people ended up dead, because they had known too much. The wife was getting ready to divorce him, and he killed both of them. Exactly. That's clearly something I think is quite obvious. I just don't know how a jury. Oh, what I was going to say, I'll finish my first thought. I don't know how a jury could not convict this guy. But I've never been on a jury before, so maybe it's different. But how crazy that there's like this Hampton County, and they're just a law firm in kind of this small, low country county in South Carolina. How do they have that much power over everyone? Like, it's just the fact that they can the fact that there's people that allow them to cover up this innocent girl's death, this young girl's death, that allowed his brother to come in and be involved in taking the boat away, the evidence from the crime scene, basically, to like there are so many people in that county that should be ashamed. And I think some of them were put in the spotlight on the Netflix thing, which was really good to see, because I mean, that's just totally coward, pathetic actions by a lot more people than just this one family to enable this family to be able to do what they did. Sherry says with all this financial crimes, he's looking at life in prison with that. So that's good. I've never heard of one family involved in so many crimes. Babe, your thoughts? Where are you at?
Oh, I mean, I couldn't sleep that night. I shouldn't have watched it. I'm already not getting enough sleep. It's just, it's sickening. It's sickening how it is clear as day that Paul was driving over the footage that they had, and what's his name, Connor?
Mm-hmm.
The scar that he had on his face, it's clear as day that Paul was driving, and then he like gets away with it, and they don't even care. They don't even care about the girl that dies in the accident. They just care about covering
Pathetic.
up for Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, good old boys club, as Glory says.
Who are we talking about now? The Idaho case, or?
I don't think he's not guilty. I just don't think the prosecution has proven their case. Yeah, exactly. I think obviously that's probably what Molly was also saying.
For what one?
For this Alex Murdaugh.
Oh.
He's obviously guilty. But that's the thing, is like, I've never been on a jury before, but it's like, maybe the jury is just kind of in the dark. I don't know. That could be the case. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'd react in that situation. Obviously, now seeing the Netflix, I'm like, guilty, guilty, guilty. It's like, no matter what, if the state could come out and say, we aren't even going to do a case, like, just watch, basically, I would just be like, no matter what, I think this guy's guilty. But he's definitely in a good old boys club for sure, and crazy.
It's sickening.
How little must you care when 2 family members were murdered in your gambling in Vegas? Yeah.
Who
So true. That? The brother, John Martin or whatever his name is, Alex Murdaugh's brother.
Oh.
He was a circle of good old boys, all living off their privilege. Maybe they weren't in on the murder, but money and power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guy's Alex Murdaugh was doing tons of drugs. Like, to keep up that pill addiction is insane amounts of money. I mean,
it is.
Insane amounts of money. Not saying that's where all the money.
He was stealing all the money.
Well, I think he was just stealing money, but I think a lot of the money, I think a good portion of his money was going towards his addiction for sure. And I think
drugs could be that expensive.
Well, they're expensive.
So,
because you got to do more and more to get the same effect, and they start making your brain go all crazy, and next thing you know, you're murdering a bunch of people. I mean, he's probably been doing pills for many years before the first, murders and crimes. He probably did. The crimes just got bigger and bigger because he had this crazy addiction, I think.
I almost just hate the law, the system, because it's like, it's clear that whatever happened, how can you not just slap them with the crime and walk away from it? Why do people, it's like, I get why there has to be the systems in place, but it's like, why do people who do things clearly get to say that they're not guilty and lie about it? And
So Buster killed someone. Buster is rumored to be gay and was in a relationship with Stephen Smith or something. Stephen something.
Or
I think it's Stephen Smith.
Was rumored to have had some sort of
homosexual relationship with this known, like, Stephen Smith, I think, was publicly
gay
in high school. He was and so obviously, in this household that would not be tolerated. So Patsy says takes 50 Take 50 or 60 oxycodone or stronger per day and see what it leads you. The family was struggling. Definitely. I don't know about Buster killing somebody. That's new info to me. Well, that's just what they presented in the Netflix thing. Like they said, you know, it looks like maybe Buster was also gay or something like
I
that. And
didn't gather that he was also gay, but that they killed this guy because
no, they
people
said,
thought he.
well, they said because they think he was
Oh.
in a not because he was fooling around with this kid from school.
Yeah, well, who knows? It was never proven completely true or anything. Of course, it got like buried, just like any other case that the Murdaughs were involved in. They just kind of like got buried or forgotten about.
Yeah. So just to answer Joni's, we're moving to Scottsdale in the end of March.
We are.
Yeah. So thanks for the well wishes, Joni. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think.
Allie, does your chalet have a wood burning stove? That's from Nikki.
Yes. Sorry.
All good?
Nikki, my chalet has a pellet stove in it. Yes. I decided to go with a pellet stove. It still has the same effect as like a nice warm fire.
He was doing 66 oxys a day for $50K a week. That's the type of money that we're talking about.
What is Oxy even for? Sorry.
He was
Painkillers?
he Oxycontin. He was probably doing the big boys too. I mean, that's so much. That's so much.
So he couldn't feel anything. He shouldn't be driving. He shouldn't have been doing anything.
Well, I mean, he had a tolerance, so he was obviously operating for many years on those. Let's see here. David said they are looking into Einan Harsh as a suspect again. I seen footage of him being pulled over. It's funny because he asked the cop if she likes cats and would like to see my cat. They both went to high school together. Blue Fingers is here. Hey, Beck.
Hi, Beck.
Sherry says he's been taking pills as long as he can remember. Molly says to find guilty in a criminal case, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. My doubt is he didn't have blood, DNA, gunshot residue on him. He didn't clean it all up in 4 minutes by himself. Good points. I can't argue with any of those points. Didn't he have high velocity something on him, though?
Who?
The Murdaugh guy. He had high velocity in ejection or something on him. That's the only thing out of that I can really muster. But yeah, no gunshot residue. So I mean that's interesting. Maybe he has someone. Maybe he tried to hire someone. You know, maybe something like that. Obviously, and I think most people would agree. Obviously, he played some role in their deaths. Whether he was the one that pulled the trigger, like Molly was talking about. They can't get him beyond a reasonable doubt. He didn't clean it all up in 4 minutes by himself.
Yeah, but who isn't going to come clean? Who did he pay and how much did he pay him to?
Crimes keep getting bigger due to his addiction, says Missy. Oh, Beck says, my mom just got out of the hospital, so I was having fish and chips with her. That sounds pretty good right now.
Glad to hear she's out of the hospital.
I could go for a nice basket of Oregon Coast cod and crispy fries right now. Doesn't that sound good?
Well, you've got
That'll be years.
bonita fish tacos.
It'll be years before I get that. Okay. Vanessa's here.
Hi, Vanessa.
Couple people rolling in late. That's okay. You guys, can we just appreciate how cute Moon is for a second? Okay. Yes. Just appreciate it.
Thank you. We're very obsessed with her. She's been so smiley. She can't even drink her bottle or breastfeed or do anything because she just smiles at us this week.
She just is. Yeah, she's been so happy. She just, yeah, she's been great. I mean,
it's made me think. I can't believe I ever once thought I'm not sure I want to have kids. And this was back like 15, 20 years ago. I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's for me.
That's what I said too. I mean, I think probably a lot of young people say that.
Yeah.
You never know until you try it, you know? Okay, let's see. We got a lot of good chats coming in here. Alex got in too deep with his lies, says Josh, and stealing, and his only way out was getting life insurance off his wife. It finally caught up to him. I think I like that comment. I think I like that reasoning, Josh.
That seems
I mean,
right.
he was a desperate man with a huge addiction, so you can't. I mean, he definitely played a role in his wife's and son's murder. Although I don't know why you kill your son if you can just kill your wife and get the life insurance.
Do you think his son couldn't live with his son being convicted of?
Maybe.
Because wasn't it before his son was going like back to?
Well, they had never really had the trial had never really happened. It was just like he was out just partying.
Yeah, but I thought he was due to go back for something or another.
John Grisham has been sitting in the courtroom almost daily. You know he's going to write a book. The blonde open gay kid was found dead on the side of the road. Yeah, well, he was actually found dead in the center of the road.
Yeah, which made sense that a car didn't hit him. They just killed him somehow.
Good night to Quinto. She's going to go help her daughter with a solar system project due tomorrow.
That's so fun. I remember making solar system
I can't
projects.
wait to do that. I'm surprised Alex Murdaugh didn't overdose taking all that oxycodone. Good point. Scottsdale, what sports does the town have? Every single sport, baby.
Mountain biking.
No, they have NFL. Oh, what? Does she ask me,
sports for us?
What sports does the town have? I mean, there's definitely good mountain biking east of Scottsdale. There's some great hiking just in Scottsdale.
Pretty good rock climbing as well.
Yeah. There's every professional team, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, and then north, there's skiing and all that sort of stuff, I guess, in like Flagstaff.
Yeah, I wonder how the skiing in Flagstaff is.
We'll go check it out. Go up to what Beck said. She had her third back surgery. She's doing a lot better now. Well, thankfully, she has you to help take care of her. And that's a big, big thing.
Okay. Let's see here. Kevin, what did Kevin say? Missing person. Good news, they found a 4-year-old alive in Florida after a night alone in the woods. Oh, good.
Yes, I saw that.
High velocity spatter. So he had high velocity spatter.
So he was
the
shooter,
in the vicinity. He changed his clothes. You can wash off gunshot residue, says DeQuinto. Whoa, Bruce, I had major back surgery, massive cyst on my spine removed. Geez, glad you're doing better these days, buddy. The entire family was always drinking, according to his girlfriend of the son who was killed. Yeah, high velocity blood splatter, meaning he had to be near the person killed. Right, exactly. Yeah.
Shower.
Laura says I've been watching the dumb trial.
It's interesting because they're not dumb. They're actually very clever. He's very
Clearly.
clever.
They
It's
know the
crazy
law.
that his brain still works after taking that many painkillers.
Wonder what, when is the deliberation, the jury deliberating on the verdict? I'm sure that's any day now.
That's sick. What a sick. Yeah, Lisa, the story never ends with the family. If they put him behind bars, at least some of it will be, hopefully. They're so their like the look in his eyes, or lack of a look in his eyes. His eyes are like just so beady. I don't know. Is like haunts me. It's so gross.
We're both yawning, and Chris Johnson says, "Are we keeping you guys up? Want to join Maya sleeping?" We just got on the water today, and it's been a while, to be honest. And I'm wing foiling now. So today was my first day really crushing it on the wing, and it felt awesome. I ride this big board here. Oh, whoops.
Oh, no.
Oop, gunshot. Hold on a second. That's my wing foil board right there. The red thing with that.
It's upside down.
It's upside down right now. And yeah, I go out and ride that now. And it's awesome. And soon I'm going to teach this little lady how to do it.
Well,
but yeah, that's why we're yawning so much. We've had a full day.
She actually, her sleep is like, I like to go to bed. We put her to bed at like 7, have an hour or two to ourselves. And then I go to bed around 9-ish, and Dan dream feeds her. And then he gets up and feeds her again in the night. Oh my gosh, wow. He gets up and feeds her again in the night, and then I get up at like 6:30 in the morning with her. And you'd think that's enough sleep, but it's just not. We're very tired still.
Yeah, that's another port. Let's see. Sherry says NFL, basketball, baseball, hockey, arena football, river floating. Someone said there's a salt river float. That's awesome to do.
That sounds great.
Hiking, mountain biking, and lots of stuff to do. I just hate the traffic.
I can imagine.
Now, is that Yuma traffic, or is that traffic in Phoenix? Alex Murdaugh deserves an Oscar. So far, it's looking like it. I watched some of his testimony on Friday or whatever, and it's just like, clearly this guy is lying through his teeth, in my opinion.
Can he be taking the drugs while he's in jail or being held right now? Did that make sense?
He's not on the drugs now. How is your jibe on the foil board? Not good. Not good. But I'm riding, man, and I'm getting back and forth, and I'm even pumping some swell and holding my wing out in front of me, and it's the best feeling ever, Bruce. I'm scared for all the witnesses against him. I would have been, yeah, I mean, I think now he's kind of lost everything he had. His family, I mean, he kind of destroyed his family's legacy.
His one son is still alive.
Buster?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about what Buster's up to. I know he got expelled from school. Oh, look at Jersey Eagle says Huck should swim with a life jacket. Good for his leg. I agree.
Thank you. Huck's only real desire to swim is chasing after a stick. So My goal is to get him interested in the pool when we get to Scottsdale, but I don't want to force him into it because then he'll be afraid of it forever, type of thing.
Alex is going to prison regardless over 100 fraud and drug accounts pending trial. He lost it the night of murders. He possibly was drug dealer. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Where do all the pills come from?
Pharmacies, baby. Big pharma.
That's crazy.
You gotta get those from Big Pharma.
Would you just take? You think you just took a handful a day?
Hey, who's seen this movie? With Brendan Fraser making a great comeback. This movie, we watched half of it last night before we fell asleep, called The Whale. Who has seen this movie? Let's hear what you guys think. It's interesting. I mean, it's almost like hard to watch because this guy's so fat in the movie. But
it's truly disgusting.
Yeah, but it's great acting by Brendan Fraser. So, I've got my show that I watch on Sunday nights called The Last of Us, which you won't watch because you're a little scaredy cat. But we should finish The Whale if you guys think. Where can we watch it? Beck, if you're talking about... Are you talking about The Whale or the Murdaugh thing? The Murdaugh thing you can watch on Netflix. When you have lots of money, money talks. That's where you get your drugs from. Yeah, when you got tons of money, shoot, you can get all the pills you want, I'm sure.
You just find them.
Laura says... Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I grew up in a town where I didn't think there was anybody even had drugs. I found out later on that there were.
So Brian Koberger had pics of Maddie on his phone, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. Well, I saw the same thing. I don't know if it's factual.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
I also saw that he liked all of her photos on Instagram.
This movie is not on Netflix. You would have to go see it, I think.
Wait.
Or stream it illegally like I do.
Don't tell them your secrets.
Well, I mean, it's 2023. If you want to go find it, you can.
Oh, Beck says, have they confirmed it was pics of Maddie?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of people were thinking it was going to be Kaylee. I honestly have to get caught up. I don't remember. But
they're saying it's confirmed. David says he's waiting for the movie Cocaine Bear.
What's that? Hi, buddy.
It looks like a pretty funny movie. I don't know if it is good or not. It's basically this movie where this bear intercepts a drug drop or something, and he eats all this cocaine and then goes crazy, as one might.
Is it a real live bear?
No, I don't think it's a real bear. I don't think it's a real bear.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't confirmed it was Maddie, but basically it's confirmed. I mean, everything I read keeps saying Maddie, so I don't know.
Cocaine Bear is a true story.
Really?
I was wrong. Cocaine Bear is a true story.
That's scary for that poor bear.
A 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage. An eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers assemble in a Georgia forest.
Georgia.
So a lot of people don't realize how many black bears there are in random places.
So yeah,
Like in
my
the- like in
friends
Florida.
live in Panama City Beach, and they have like bears down their alley. Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
But
that's
there
wild.
were bears that didn't live in mountains.
They are tearing down. I saw that they were talking about tearing down the Idaho house before the trial. Thoughts?
Yeah, I thought they were
Why do it?
demolishing it.
I know they are demolishing it. Why do it before the trial? Like maybe the jury needs to go walk through there. Like in some instances, they do that.
So they could understand how something may have happened.
It's based on a true story, but the story of Cocaine Bear is entirely different. Yeah, they probably sensationalized it quite a bit. We should go back and look at what Sherry sent us about the rehab.
Yes, we are doing some of the things in there already, but I should go back and read it. Sit and stand with treats and walking uphill and tug of war. I don't actually. Huck doesn't know how to play tug of war, so that's difficult. But
The greatest beer run ever is based on a true story.
beer run.
With Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, Bill Murray. Nice cast.
Bill Murray.
Let's see what it got on Rotten. 91% critic score or audience score on Rotten. Cool. We'll have to check it out. Is it black bears that you make yourself big and shout and make noise, and grizzly bears is best to go quiet and play dead? No, I think grizzlies you make noise. Like that's what we were supposed to do in Montana when we were there.
All I know is that somebody told me this story.
You try and
once.
scare grizzlies.
Yeah. Somebody told me that when their parents used to live in this super northern town up in the Yukon, and they were walking to the next town. They didn't have a car. It's like they're way, way, way up there. They were walking to the next town, and they came across a grizzly, and she's an opera singer. So she started singing opera, like, really loudly, and the bear, like, turned around and went away.
Guys, you
So I
don't
think
not
it's
want to
gri-
come
I
face to
think
face
it's
with a grizzly, but what an
Grizzlies that
experience.
you do that
Oh,
to.
we got to tell the Van fam my story
What's your story?
from the other day in the water. Guys, I can't believe I almost forgot to share this.
Forgot. I need more water. Do you need anything?
No. So, guys, I am out in the middle of, let me show you exactly. I think it was Wednesday. I'm out winging, and I'm sitting on my board. Let me show you guys where we are. I'm sitting on my board right. Whoops. Right out. Let me zoom out here. I'm right here in the bay. So I'm like a couple hundred yards offshore. I'm sitting right out here, and probably right down here, a few hundred feet away, I see two enormous humpback whales start jumping out of the water and swim towards me. And they swim 100 feet away from me, and they're jumping the entire time. There was a mom and a calf.
Isn't that so cool?
I will never forget it.
I would have lost my mind. I'd have been
They
so
were doing
scared.
this. Actually, they were not doing this. They weren't really flipping on their back. They were more just like coming out of the water and doing this. like going up, like kind of like a,
Yeah,
diving,
this is called
and
breaching.
they
right?
weren't breaching like that. They were just more going under and then up. But I remember I first saw the mom.
Were you scared?
And I was like, well, I'm just sitting there in the water. And I'm just like, my arms are super tired. I've been getting my butt kicked. And I'm like almost 2/3 of the way done with my session downwind. And I'm on my board just randomly. I'm just sitting on my board and I'm looking straight down. And all of a sudden I see an enormous whale jump out of the water. And there was a person on a wingboard like 20 feet from it. And I'm like, God, I wonder what she's thinking. But anyways, I start to be like, holy crap, they're swimming right at me.
I would stop breathing.
So I was a little scared then, but then I realized, okay, they're actually like 50 to 100 feet towards the shore from me. So as long as they don't like swim at an angle, I'll be fine. And I think they're pretty like, they didn't come anywhere near anyone.
I think they're fine. They're just so big. They're so big.
Yeah, so the first time I saw one, it was enormous, and that was the mom. And then they're swimming up wind, basically. They're swimming towards me, and they eventually go past me. And then I'm just seeing the calf jumping because it was much smaller. And I'm just sitting there, and there's a bunch of us, and we're all just like hooting and screaming, and like, I mean, I've never heard of this in La Ventana. I've never seen it. I know it's happened before, I'm sure. But none of my friends have ever had this experience, so it was incredible. I mean, it was like one of those moments that you'll never forget. Just seeing.
Of course, I was home taking care of Moon.
Yeah, you were.
Huckleberry.
So, pretty cool, guys, to see that. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Yeah, once in a lifetime, as Sherry says.
Dan could jump them on his kiteboard, except for he was
I
on
could
a
have.
wing. So.
I could have jumped him on my kite for sure. If I was on my kite, I probably would have tried to get a closer look. No great white, no sharks really in the area ever.
Yeah,
lots of whales and
I've
dolphins.
heard of lots of whale sightings,
but it's usually much deeper out, way further away from where anyone kites up. Yeah, they were moving like dolphins, basically.
That's pretty cool.
But there was 2 of them, and they were enormous. In Florida last year, we saw dolphins, and that was really cool too. But the size of these compared to the dolphins, there was just like 10 of them, and they were just like trying to eat some fish or something. Remember that right off the shore in Florida?
In Florida?
Yeah. But they weren't like
rays, weren't they? To eat
they might have been trying to eat rays. I don't know what they were trying to do.
There's rays out here all the time, and even a sea turtle. There was a dead sea turtle on the beach the other day that washed up. But even sea turtles. But remember the first year we saw lots of turtles.
I've seen a few turtles out here, but I mean I've kited near so many sea turtles in Maui. The turtles don't really do it for me.
Oh, I think
it's
turtles
cool.
Are really cool.
It's cool, but in Maui they're everywhere. Out here, like you might see a couple, and it's still cool to see wildlife like that. But to see the whale jumping, I mean, so much cooler than whatever you've seen.
I have to say, Beck will like this one. On my birthday, April 14th, in Byron Bay, Australia, I was out surfing, and there was a double rainbow and dolphins out surfing with me. I'm a terrible surfer, but I was out there. There was something else to the story.
If you like sea turtles, you should go to Maui. They're all over the beaches. And
really on the beach?
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever touch them, but yeah. You can just.
Have you guys seen any photos from the Galapagos? There are seals just littered everywhere. There's like as many seals as there are humans there, it feels like.
Nicole says, "Wish you could have taken a video." I mean, if I had my GoPro or something, that would be the coolest footage ever. I'd share it with you guys right now. But part of me is also kind of like, I just got to sit there and appreciate it
Instead of worry about it.
instead of being like, "Oh, let me get the can." You know, it's like, oh man, I just got to sit there and just take it in, and not even think about anything other than appreciating the beauty of that. And it was just like so amazing.
I'd love to. There are these. We should go see the gray whales in Magdalena Bay.
Yeah, I'd love to.
There are these really cool whales. I think they're gray whales, and it's not far from here. It would be like on our way home type of thing. And you can go out on a boat, and they'll come up to the boat and like kiss you. We just need a life jacket for Maya.
April 14th is Beck's mom's birthday.
Oh, no way.
David says 4 or 5 dead whales have washed up on shore here in Oregon, only days apart this month. That's weird.
That's weird and sad.
Let's see.
Bull sharks eat a lot of things besides just turtles. Bull sharks eat.
My dream is going to Maui someday. It's awesome. I lived there for a couple months.
Oh, I was just eating yogurt. Sorry, sometimes I have just.
Yogurt is a luxury that we splurged on in Walmart this week.
It's actually really so much more affordable here.
Is it?
It's $3 for that thing.
Oh, nice. We're grocery outlet people though. Back in the Northwest
We buy
or the
deals.
the West Coast has grocery outlet, which is awesome. Okay, guys, it's about 8, but we'll go a few more minutes with you guys. We are always, sometimes personal memory is always better than filming it. I agree. It's like now I can just describe it to people and make it even better than it really was. They were enormous. It was like an airplane.
He jumped over you.
They jumped over me. I got on one's back and rode him. No, it's true, though. I just got to enjoy it. My Sister Maggie said that maybe it's a sign of the big things to come in life.
Your sister said that?
Yeah.
Oh, Maggie's the best.
And I said, I hope so. I haven't met Robbie Nash. I've just driven by him and looked out my window and seen him. Oh my gosh, Charlene and Jean with a third. They're hitting the trifecta tonight with a third super chat.
Third one.
Character. You read it.
A character riding a firework rocket disappearing away before bursting in the sky.
Oh. Thank you, Charlene and Jean, for your generosity. 3 super chats in one night. That's awesome.
So they can't send us we don't get to see it. They just.
If we were on YouTube, we
us?
get to. If we were on YouTube,
okay,
but we use a third-party app, so we just have to read about the super sticker.
Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Whales mean good luck.
Really?
That's cool.
Ooh.
How is Meg doing, Dan? I love her. She lives in Croatia now, and she's doing good. She's very happy to be back in Croatia. She lived there for like 6 months back in August 2020. And now,
when we met, she was living there.
Yeah, she was living there when we met. And now she's back there, and hopefully we'll go visit her someday. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to.
Of course.
So that's the Meggie update.
Hope it works out for them.
Speaking of sharks, I watched the weirdest movie the other day called The Requiem. I couldn't decide if it was a horror as described or a comedy. Dan, that could have been you, said Charlene and Jean. What is she? I think she might be. Parrot character riding fireworks disappearing. away before bursting in the sky. That's me. Meg was in Austin, now in Croatia. She left Austin in
November. Thanksgiving time.
Yes, November. Yeah, she didn't quite like Austin.
2 whales, double the good luck. I like that, Denise.
Thank you, Denise. That's right. 2 whales, double the good luck.
You've got great things coming towards you.
I'm sharing a small portion of that luck with you.
Well, I didn't see the whales.
I know, but I'm sharing it with you.
What if only one of us gets to go out to see the whales in Magdalena Bay?
You can go do it because I just kited with 2 of them. Why? Yeah. Why? Because we can't take.
We need a life jacket for Girly.
We can't take Moon out on the Mexican boat.
What if the whale accidentally knocked the boat over and Girly wasn't wearing a life jacket?
Yeah, that's not good. I'd make sure she survived. Okay, guys. Well, thank you to everybody who found our second live stream part 2.
Yes, sorry. Sorry about
kind of annoying that we had to do that.
Power outage, but you guys stuck with us. And sorry, we're about to fall asleep.
New parent life, guys. Month 3 has been the hardest for me personally. I don't know about you. Probably not.
What's it?
Month 3 for me has been the most difficult.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it just, I don't know why. Oh, I want to see what Shannon says. Pardon me. Shannon says, I'm from Mesa. Yes, it's very hot in the summers there, but dogs still love playing outside. Allie, I really would not worry too much about the pups getting exercise. Lots of water. Okay. That's good to hear.
Even if he's a black boy that attracts, I mean, he lays out in the sun here and it's 70 and I touches, and he has to come lay inside in the shade.
Yeah. David, I've watched the movie My Octopus Teacher. It's awesome. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. That is a good movie.
Incredible.
Very well put together.
I want to be a diver like
so
that
beautiful.
Guy. Yeah, beautiful. And it makes me want to go to South Africa, for sure.
Yeah, we will one day.
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. Good night,
Good
Bruce.
night.
Good night, Marty. Good night, Lori. Good night, Charlene and Jean.
Good night, everybody. Good
night,
night,
Brenda.
Fam.
Nicole. David Strausser. Sherry. Kay Sloan is in the house. We didn't shout out Kay yet. They're taking that house down. The Idaho landlord gave it to the college. Lori with a late super chat. Great spending the night with you. $20 from Lori. Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great spending the night with you, too.
Yeah, let's do a party noise. Thank you, Lori. Phoenix, here we come, says Bruce. Well, not quite, Bruce. We got a few more weeks here in Mexico. We're going to be doing some videos here about some food stuff and La Ventana. So a lot of people come here and they search before they come because they don't know anything about this place. So we want to make a video. Hopefully you guys will like it, but also for people in the future that are searching for information about La Ventana. Good night, Kevin Fitzgerald. Thank you for your super chat tonight, Kevin. Let's see here. Good night, everybody. Okay, guys, we will see you guys again real soon. Thanks for sticking with us tonight through the power outage.
Technical difficulties.
We love you guys. Good night.
Buenas noches.